Hi everyone, Greeno here and welcome to another video here on Greeno Eats. Now today I am in Wetherspoons once again. Now I've turned up here in the middle of the afternoon. I've not had any lunch, I'm having a late lunch today. Between 2 and 5 p.m. they have a bunch of different lunchtime deals where basically any day of the week, Monday to Friday, you turn up between those hours and you get a discount on the price of what you're ordering. So I'll show you on screen a bunch of the different options that they've got and the normal prices along with the discounts. So what I have gone for is the all-day brunch. I'm going to refer to the menu here now. 2 sausages, bacon, 2 fried eggs, baked beans and chips. Bit of a classic British lunch that, along with a pint of lager. I've gone with a San Miguel. Now ordinarily that would come at £11.84 if you order that most times of the day. Now it's £9.37, so a saving of about £2.50. Of course, you're already making a saving by having the meal and a drink together in the first place. So overall, it's just saved me about a £5 ordering those 2 things separately. Not bad. So the drink has just arrived. There we go. Nice little pint of San Miguel there. Oh, nice and cold and refreshing. I'll come back when the food arrives. Oh, and by the way, this particular Wetherspoons is the Blackwater Stream Wetherspoons. Now this is a place called Broadstone, which is just on the outskirts of Poole down in Dorset. Okay, so the food has arrived very, very quickly, in fact, less than 10 minutes from ordering to getting it. So we've got here the 2 sausages, the bacon, the eggs, beans and chips, as expected. Take a closer look. So that doesn't look too bad at all, does it? The eggs look like the nice yolks, nice and runny. We've got a little bit of salt over the top of this. The sausages, Wetherspoon sausages are always decent. Chips are generally pretty good. Not very many of them on this brunch, it has to be said, but there we are. So we've got a little bit of salt and vinegar there, and I did have some brown sauce, but I don't know where I've put it, so we'll manage without. Okay. So, what are we going to try first? Let's go with one of these chips, shall we? Now, like I say, Wetherspoons chips are always pretty good. Certainly compared to a lot of other sort of fast foody type places anyway. As always, pretty crispy on the outside. Nice and fluffy inside. Yeah, that's good. Well, I think I'm going to do the egg next. I reckon we ought to crack that live on camera, don't you? Let's do that right now. So we've actually got 2 eggs here, 1, 2. Let's get this yolk open, shall we? Look at that. Nice and runny, without being snotty. Gonna have to dip a chip in there, I think. Right, time to dip a chip into this egg. Lovely runny yolk, like I said. Let's give it a go. Oh, that's good. Let's try the white. Not too bad. A little crispier than I'd like around the edges. I prefer my eggs cooked a little slower so they don't go crispy. But the taste is nice. A little bit of salt on there as I put on there, so that helps. But yeah, not too bad. A lot of fry-up purists will be upset with the fact the beans have touched the eggs. It's not ideal, but it doesn't really matter that much, does it? Back for another chip with that yolk on. Okay, we'll try the beans next. Kind of making our way around the plate as we are. It should be a Heinz bean, I believe, here. Yeah, that's nice. The beans are cooked nicely. They've obviously been freshly cooked because they're not all like coagulated in any way. Not been microwaved. So that's pretty good. Bacon next. Now this has the familiar Wetherspoons bar markings on. Fairly thin slices of bacon, to be honest. And it has been covered in the beans. Take a little look here, you can see that bar marking probably just about. That's how they cook their bacon here on the little griddle thing. It's a smoked bacon. Quite heavily smoked actually, but not unpleasantly so. Like I say, a little thinner than I'd like it. And quite a bit of fat on the outside. I mean, like it's back bacon, and you see the little the end piece here. I can't even get it up because it's so greasy. But that's all basically just fat, isn't it? Which I suppose is where the flavour is, but I don't really want it on this, to be honest. If it had been rendered down a little bit more, that would have been fine. But again, on this second piece of bacon, there we go, look, there's all the fat from the outside of that bacon too. So just a bit too much for my liking, really. Anyway, the flavour of the bacon is quite nice. So happy enough with that. Let's move on to the sausage. Now, like I said, Wetherspoon sausages are generally pretty good. We've had them on a breakfast before. It's like a Lincolnshire sausage or Cumberland, I think. They always have a really good meaty taste, which is interesting because they're probably just catering sausages. I'd say nothing here is really haute cuisine, but they're really tasty. A little bit of bean on there as well. That's really good. But of course, with an all-day breakfast, you don't want to be eating everything just separate, do you? We've already tried dipping the chips into the egg. Let's see if we can get a little bit of everything into one bite, shall we? So we've got a bit of sausage, a little bit of this bacon, some of the egg there. We've got a chip, and we'll get in with a little bit of beans as well. There we go, that's the combination we've got there. A little bit of everything from the plate. That's just tasty. I mean, it's kind of got cheap cafe vibes about it, let's be honest. But it's not bad at all. And especially for the price, when you think I've paid less than a tenner for this, including a pint. I think that's pretty good value, don't you? Right, one thing I will mention, you probably noticed, we have the side of the menu in view here. It's because we've got people sat behind me, so I don't want to get them on the camera. So I hope you don't mind that being in frame. But yeah, it's like I say, it kind of is what it is, but it is enjoyable enough. Right, so that's my little lunch finished. Pretty good value for money, I think. But let's go and talk about it a little bit more outside once I finish this. Right then, folks, so what did I make of that overall? Well, I think for £9.37, you can't argue with it, can you? Exceptional value for money. There's a lot of different things on that lunchtime special. They're all kind of pub classics or small pub classics. All of them with a discount. There's things like steak and kidney pudding, fish and chips. The all-day brunch I had, I think there's a veggie chili as well, if I remember rightly. Lots of different things to try. Like I say, between 2 and 5, I guess they're just trying to get people in the door. having a couple of beers or whatever and a bite to eat. It's a slightly strange time to be eating, isn't it? But if you just need a late lunch, what's not to like? I've had an all-day brunch, 2 sausages, 2 bacon, 2 egg, chips and beans, and a pint of San Miguel for £9.37. A lot of places around here where I live, that pint alone would cost you best part of £6. So overall, pretty good value. Not too busy in there today, although as I started filming, someone came and sat directly at the table behind me, so that wasn't ideal. So apologies if the menu got in the way a little bit. I was just trying to shield them from the filming. But yeah, I think overall I'm pretty happy with the lunch I've had here. I think I might come back and try another couple of those specials at some point. What do you reckon? Right then, folks, so they've got quite a nice little garden out here. I mean, it's next to our main road, but it's quite nicely set out, quite pretty. Lovely tree in blossom just behind me. Very nice. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget, click a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel. And if you're new around here and you like what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and that way you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. That's it from me for today. I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.